Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aaron Ortiz, calling the action in Women's Wrestling Revolutions Project XX between Eddie Edwards and Jonathan Gresham.
Weighing at 162 pounds, he is the best technical wrestler in the world, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. His opponent to my left, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 219 pounds, one half of the Wolves, Eddie Edwards!
A nice warm reception from this crowd. They are excited as they're about to see the best wrestling on the planet today. We have Jonathan Gresham, the best technical wrestler in the world, going up against Eddie Edwards, a multiple-time champion. 14 total championships between Impact, Ring of Honor, and Noah. Now, Eddie Edwards is coming off of tag team competition. So whenever a wrestler makes that transition from tag team to singles competition, there can be some rust there. So we're going to look to see how Eddie Edwards deals with that when facing a competitor like Jonathan Gresham. Now, one thing that you can see on the screen is the size difference between these two men. Jonathan Gresham standing at 5'4", and then we have Eddie Edwards towering over him at 6 feet tall. Right now, both wrestlers are jockeying for position, trying to get the best of each other. Folks, it's going to be a long night. This crowd is mesmerized by every move that these competitors make. There is no step, no hold, no maneuver that is wasted between these two competitors. Look at this pure, beautiful wrestling between these two competitors as they pass behind each other multiple times. Jonathan Gresham favoriting that thigh that he has taped up there. Will that be something that Eddie Edwards targets throughout the night? This crowd is riled up and ready for some more action. Looks like we're going for a test of strength here. Both competitors trying to find good positioning.
1, 2, 3, 4. Clean break. Let's go out of that corner. 5.
Jonathan Gresham was ready for that one as he escapes a chop from the corner from Eddie Edwards. Now, Jonathan Gresham has a lot of experience despite his youthful age. He has been wrestling since he was 16 years old. His very first match against Heath, formerly known as Heath Slater in WWE. Eddie Edwards using that size advantage, and Jonathan Gresham using his technical advantage. Now, usually I would say that the smaller man is the underdog, but in this matchup, we're quite even here. Jonathan Gresham looking to get for a better position. Eddie Edwards is having great defense in this match. Both are trying to make sure they don't get pinned here. Ooh, both bridging. Both using their strength. They're eye to eye, upside down. Both competitors now on their feet. And Jonathan Gresham using that experience to his advantage. Eddie Edwards using his own experience to his advantage. This is crazy. This crowd does not know what to think. They are on the edge of their seats. This match can be put away at any time.
Come on, Gresham, he's overrated.
Looks like there was some disrespect towards Eddie Edwards from the crowd. Jonathan Gresham reminding the crowd that this is a ring of respect, a ring of honor, if you will. And they will not be having any of that tonight. Great sportsmanship between these two competitors. Again, jockeying for a good position. Jonathan Gresham looking for wrist control. Has that knee to the chest to pin Eddie Edwards down. There you go, Eddie Edwards using his strength to put Jonathan Gresham into the mat. Eddie Edwards is thinking, what do I have to do to put this guy away? He has been breaking him down this whole match, yet Jonathan Gresham continues to get up, now favoring that arm, that left arm of his. Jonathan Gresham goes to behind Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards getting that wrist control. Jonathan Gresham twisting around and dragging Eddie Edwards to the other side of the ring, thinking that he had that positioning. But Eddie Edwards gets it back, and now they're back on their feet. Jonathan Gresham back on his feet. Now, both competitors are well world-traveled. We have Jonathan Gresham, who's wrestled in 15 different countries. Eddie Edwards is world-traveled as well. Having a lot of great matches in Noah in Japan, where Eddie Edwards actually became a GHC heavyweight champion, the only foreigner to ever do it.
Come on. You say, Gresham?
Eddie Edwards again trying to drain the power of Jonathan Gresham. Squeezing all that blood to the top of the head. One man could pass out from this maneuver.
Still here. What do you say? Want to give it up? Yeah! No. Here, good word. I'll ring that bell. Yeah!
Jonathan Gresham has that dog in him. He is a fighter. He's about a few inches shy of Rey Mysterio, who he looks up greatly to. Although a much different size or a much different style, Jonathan Gresham, I would say, is up there with Rey Mysterio. Eddie Edwards taking control of this one. And now has Jonathan Gresham in a submission. Will Jonathan Gresham submit? Will he tap? No, as he gets a rope break with the tippy tips of his toes. That is great ring awareness, and again, a testament to his experience in the ring as he takes a chop, a defeating chop from Eddie Edwards. This crowd is chanting 10 more times. Will Eddie Edwards give in to the crowd's request? He does! Oh my God! Multiple chops to the chest there. I believe Eddie Edwards is playing mind games. Headlock takeover from Jonathan Gresham, gets out of that, Eddie Edwards does, and right back into a headlock, squeezing the life and air out of Jonathan Gresham. Gresham has given Eddie Edwards everything that he has got.
Come on.
Eddie Edwards giving just the same.
You watch too much hentai. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Oh my! Talk about octopus and see what happens.
Jonathan Gresham using the back of his knee to twerk the head of Eddie Edwards, but Eddie Edwards continues to use that strength to his advantage. Ref is asking if Jonathan Gresham wants to quit or forfeit this match. I am not familiar with Jonathan Gresham being a quitter, and neither is he, as he's back on his feet, getting Eddie Edwards into the corner, pushes him off. Eddie Edwards continues to have that wrist control. Goes towards the corner, Eddie does. Fast-paced action here between Eddie Edwards and Jonathan Gresham. Who is going to get the better of this? And it looked like Eddie Edwards had that headlock again. Oh, a knee drop to Jonathan Gresham's knee. That is the bad knee of Eddie Edwards. I had a few passing words with Eddie Edwards, and he told me that that knee was not feeling right today. That just goes to show you that Jonathan Gresham has done his homework. Going right back to that knee. Going right back to it again. But Eddie Edwards is putting up great defense. Eddie Edwards putting him into a pin position. Going for a schoolboy. Eddie Edwards trying to pin Jonathan Gresham there. A series of pins between both competitors going back and forth. One. These guys are going around and around. Both back on their feet. Jonathan Gresham rolling Eddie Edwards through. Has that wrist control. Twisting him like an Annie Ann's pretzel. 1, 2, 3. Eddie gets him. Oh my God! Jonathan Gresham has just beat a 14-time world champion.
Here is your winner, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham has put Eddie Edwards away. Unbelievable. Eddie Edwards can't even believe it.
Come on.
There's a reason why they call him the Octopus, and he just showed you why. He is the best technical wrestler in this world. There should be no shame in Eddie Edwards' game. He brought it, but Jonathan Gresham was just the better man tonight. Great show of sportsmanship as they hug it out. Both coming from Ring of Honor. What a great win for Jonathan Gresham. Thank you for joining us tonight.